Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. WWE Monday Night Raw aired last night on the USA Network featuring big names such as Rhea Ripley, CM Punk, Liv Morgan, and others. This was the first edition of the Red brand following an uber-successful bash in Berlin, which was then followed up by NXT No Mercy. Raw featured several big bouts, including 2 triple threat matches that were part of the Intercontinental Championship tournament. The main event of the night saw Damian Priest team up with former rival Jey Uso to take on the Judgment Day. While Priest and Uso have seemingly become friends, it was Rhea Ripley who convinced main event Jey Uso to join their side. This comes after months, if not a full year, of flirting off and on screen for the world to see. Many believe that Rhea and Jey could end up developing a fully fledged romance on television. While both stars are excellent, and they would do their best to make it work, the move would be a mistake. This article will take a look at a handful of reasons why Triple H and creative must resist this decision. The first reason why Jey Uso and Rhea Ripley starting a romantic angle on WWE television would be a mistake comes down to their real lives. Both Jey and Rhea are married to people outside of the sports entertainment juggernaut. For Jey, he is married to Takesha Travis. The two have been in a relationship together since high school and have had children together. Meanwhile, Rhea Ripley recently married former WWE and current AEW wrestler Buddy Matthews. Both of these marriages, especially the one with Rhea and Buddy, are well known to the general public. While wrestling is a television show, the two forming a romantic relationship on screen would likely make it harder for fans to immerse themselves in the product and suspend their disbelief. Rhea Ripley is a phenomenal pro wrestler. Alongside the likes of Becky Lynch, Io Sky, Bianca Belair, and Bayley, Rhea is one of the greatest female stars in WWE history who all happen to be on top around the same time. Ripley is essentially the face of the division. As great as Rhea is, being the face of WWE's women's division is a burden that comes with responsibility. She needs to be booked in a way that elevates other performers, such as Zelina Vega, Lyra Valkyria, Kiana James, and beyond. Rhea consistently being involved in romance angles or with male stars keeps her away from adequately competing with the rest of the women's division. As a result, her and Jey having an on-screen romance could be a distraction and even potentially hinder the other female performers. Jey Uso is one of the most over stars in WWE. On the men's side of things, the only other stars who get a reaction to his level include the likes of Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, and LA Knight. Part of Jey Uso's appeal is his silly but fun yeet catchphrase. It is certainly over the top and cartoonish, but fans love it. He is a bundle of charisma, and WWE fans flock to the former Bloodline member. Unfortunately, the over-the-top and cartoony look and catchphrase could prove to be an issue. Rhea Ripley is a brooding, powerful, dangerous, and flat-out cool personality. She intimidates others and comes off menacing, even as a babyface. The two personalities simply don't fit, and while Jey's character is successful, it could damage Rhea's if the two link up on television. Rhea Ripley has been part of WWE's main roster for several years now, but she really took off to new heights once she joined the Judgment Day. As a member of the stable, she eventually became intertwined with Dominic Mysterio. Dirty Dom and Rhea were the first couple of the Judgment Day and arguably the most popular or hated couple in all of WWE. Recently, they had a very public split with Mysterio beginning to date Liv Morgan instead. While the Dominic and Rhea story has been tremendously successful, Ripley shouldn't become someone who is always associated with relationships. She is a powerful woman who stands on her own as a top draw. Going to the well too many times is both repetitive and typecasts Ripley in a way she doesn't need. Jey Uso has been with WWE for around a decade and a half, but just like Rhea with the Judgment Day, he truly took off to new heights thanks to a stable. For Jey, the stable was the Bloodline. The group was initially led by Roman Reigns, but Solo Sikoa took it over earlier this year. Now Solo, Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga, and Tonga Loa are taking out everyone they encounter, and the former tribal chief needs to find a way to take control back. Most believe that Roman will put together the old bloodline with Jimmy Uso, Sami Zayn, and Jey Uso. If that's the case, Jey has a big storyline on the way. Starting up a romance angle with Rhea is pointless if he's going to be in a bloodline civil war sooner rather than later. In the ever-evolving world of professional wrestling, storylines often take unexpected twists and turns. While the idea of a romance between Jey Uso and Rhea Ripley might seem intriguing at first glance, a closer look reveals several reasons why this pairing could be disastrous. Here are 5 compelling reasons why a Jey Uso and Rhea Ripley romance is a terrible idea. 1. Character dynamics and storyline conflicts. One of the key elements that make wrestling compelling is the dynamics between characters. Jey Uso, part of the legendary Anoa'i family, is deeply rooted in his heritage, loyalty, and brotherhood, especially concerning his cousin, Roman Reigns. On the other hand, Rhea Ripley embodies a rebellious spirit, often challenging authority and defying norms. A romance between these two could create a jarring conflict in character dynamics. Jey's commitment to family and tradition would clash with Rhea's individualistic and defiant nature. This dissonance could alienate fans who appreciate their respective character arcs. Instead of enhancing their stories, this romance could lead to confusion and diluted narratives, ultimately harming both wrestlers' personas. 2. Fan reactions and backlash. Wrestling fans are passionate, and their investment in characters often stems from their journeys and relationships. A sudden romance between Jey and Rhea could provoke backlash, as fans may feel it undermines their established stories. Many supporters of Jey might see him as a protector and a loyal family member, while Rhea's fans appreciate her as a fierce, independent competitor. The mismatch in fan expectations could lead to divided opinions, resulting in negativity surrounding both wrestlers. Instead of fostering excitement, the storyline could evoke frustration, pulling viewers out of the immersive world of wrestling. This discontent could impact merchandise sales, audience attendance, and social media engagement, ultimately making it a detrimental move for both talents. 3. Potential for stereotyping and tropes. Romantic angles in wrestling often rely on tired cliches and stereotypes. The idea of a romance between a suave, charismatic male like Jey Uso and a strong, tough female like Rhea Ripley could easily fall into the trap of gender stereotypes. Such a storyline risks reducing Rhea's character to mere romantic interests instead of emphasizing her prowess as a formidable wrestler. This could perpetuate the idea that women in wrestling are defined primarily by their relationships with male counterparts, which undermines the progress made in portraying female athletes as equals. Rhea's character has fought hard to establish herself as a dominant force in WWE. Any romantic entanglement with Jey could detract from her accomplishments and relegate her to a supporting role in her own story. 4. Impact on tag team dynamics. The Uso brothers have built a legacy as one of the most successful tag teams in WWE history. Jey's focus and dedication to his brother Jimmy and their tag team exploits have defined his career. Introducing a romance with Rhea could create tension within this dynamic, leading to a potential breakup of the team or, worse, an ill-conceived storyline where romance overshadows wrestling. The impact on tag team dynamics could ripple through the entire division. Jey's commitment to Rhea could lead to less focus on their matches, while Jimmy might feel sidelined, creating friction that detracts from their storied partnership. Fans who appreciate the Usos for their tag team chemistry may find it disappointing to see that bond replaced by a romantic subplot, leading to discontent among their loyal following. 5. Distraction from in-ring talent and storytelling. At its core, professional wrestling thrives on athleticism and storytelling. Introducing a romance between Jey Uso and Rhea Ripley could divert attention from their in-ring capabilities and story arcs. Instead of focusing on their skills, the audience may become preoccupied with their personal relationship, leading to a loss of interest in their matches and overall narrative progression. Fans tune in for compelling rivalries, high-stakes matches, and intricate storylines, not to see personal dramas unfold. By focusing on romance over wrestling, WWE risks alienating viewers who appreciate the sport's athletic nature. The emphasis on personal relationships could detract from the impressive in-ring performances both wrestlers are known for, undermining their hard work and dedication to their craft. Conclusion. While the world of wrestling is known for its dramatic storylines and unexpected pairings, a romance between Jey Uso and Rhea Ripley is fraught with potential pitfalls. From character, dynamics and fan backlash to issues of stereotyping, tag team disruptions, and distractions from their in-ring talents, this pairing could detract from what makes both wrestlers compelling figures in WWE. In wrestling, character integrity and audience connection are paramount. A romance that doesn't align with established personas and narratives risks alienating fans and undermining the progress made in portraying complex, multifaceted characters. Rather than elevating their stories, a Jey Uso and Rhea Ripley romance could muddle their arcs, ultimately leading to disappointment among their supporters. In the end, the allure of unexpected pairings should not overshadow the importance of character development and storytelling in professional wrestling. For Jey and Rhea, their strengths lied in their individual narratives, and it's those stories that should remain at the forefront of their wrestling journeys.